Welcome to the class. In the last class, we talked about indifference curve. That means a consumer being indifferent to the various bundles, each giving him the same utility. In this, we are going to do something known as the budget line. What is the budget that he has? That he's going to buy those combinations. So here comes in the money, the price. So in this, when we're talking about the market price, and we are talking about the total money, the budget that he has with him. So this, just have a look. Now in this, first of all, let me just tell you what after all is a budget line. And so given that preferences are monotonic, the consumer will like to consume more and more. But it does not matter only that what he desires, it will also matter how much can he afford. The maximum quantities of two goods he can possibly get will depend upon the income and prices prevailing in the market. What possible utility level a consumer can realize will depend upon the possible combinations of the two goods he can afford from his income and the market price. So this tells you how much the consumer can afford. Okay, is what we'll do in this budget line. So then we are going to talk about, say, in the given table, you see that this is the schedule of the budget line. So this is how. So the purchase made by the consumer depends on the consumer's income and the prices of goods which he consumes. Thus, income level and prices of goods determine the consumption limits for the consumer. Okay. So let us consider a consumer who has only a fixed amount of money equal to rupees 50 to spend. Suppose he spends this money income on two commodities X and Y, whose market prices are rupees 10 per unit and 5 per unit respectively. So the consumer would be able to buy any of the 6 different combinations by spending rupees 50 as shown in the table. So the total expenditure works out to be price of X into the quantity of X plus price of Y into quantity of Y. That's how we've done it. Okay. So in this, what happens is that let's take the combination, which is a combination, okay, A combination. As you see, what do you find in A combination? That 10, that is because it's what? Price is 10 into 0, that is 10 into 0, 0 plus 5 into 10 is 50. So he's got 50 rupees to spend. He can either spend it fully on purchasing good Y, buying nothing of X, and so on. Suppose he takes the second combination, C. So what do you find? Good X, he buys 1 of good X, and good Y, 8 of good Y. So 10 into 1 plus 5 into 8 is equal to 50. Alright, 5 8s are 40 plus 10, and so on. Okay, so these are what is known as the budget set. So what does a budget set tell you? That is, these are the combinations that he is going to make with the help of with this constraint of his money income and the prices, or we can also say the market rate of exchange, which we'll do later. We are not going to do that here. So here we are going to just talk about the equation of the budget line. So budget line, let me define the budget line. Uh, it is see, when you put them in yeah, let me just turn it up like this. So budget line, what I've done is, now I've plotted those points, and on OX axis I've taken good X, good Y on the Y axis, and when I join these points, I get A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. These are the points. So the combinations are shown which the consumer can purchase the two goods with a fixed amount of rupees 50. So this is how. So it's interesting to know that each point here that you see, each point is on the budget line AB, cost rupees 50. So that's what it is. So the budget line can be defined as a line, each point of which shows different combinations of two goods which a consumer can buy given his money income and prices of two goods. It is drawn on the assumption that a consumer has given income which sets limits to its maximum buying. So anywhere on the budget line, the consumer is spending his entire income either on single or both the goods. So PX, we showed the equation there. The equation is PX into QX. This is the equation. What was shown as PX into QX plus PY into QY is equal to M, where PX and PY denote prices of good X and Y, and QX and QY show quantity of goods X and Y, and M denotes money income of the consumer. So the left side of the equation represents total expenditure on the purchase of two commodities. PX into QX denotes expenditure, that is price into quantity on X commodity, while PY into QY denotes expenditure on Y commodity, and the right hand side of the equation shows income of the consumer. Thus the equation of the budget line says that the consumer's expenditure on the purchase of different sets of two commodities is equal to his money income, M. Okay. So this is what it is. Okay, we've done that. So looking at this, we see that even here we see that the budget line has a negative slope. This indicates that the consumer can buy more units of a commodity, say X, only by sacrificing some units of other commodity, say Y. The slope of the budget line is obtained by dividing the perpendicular by base as under. You can see at every point. That means in our example, PX is rupees 10 per unit and PY is 5 per unit. Therefore, the slope of the budget line is PX divided by PY, that is 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2 upon 1 is equal to 2. So here you see that the slope of the budget line is given by the ratio of prices of two goods. That is why the budget line is also called the price line. And the price ratio remains constant throughout because prices of two goods are taken as constant, and that is why you see that the budget line is a straight line. Okay, so with that we conclude the budget line. You'll get a question as what is a budget line and what is a budget constraint, then what is a budget set. Constraint is that you can't go beyond this line. Anything above, you can buy as many bundles inside this on the budget line. You can't go beyond that. That's what it is. Okay, so we finish.